It, it's been a while, but we're back. This is the D&G Podcast, episode number 4. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit on the controversial side. We're going to be talking about the current state of Modern Warfare. As always, I'm joined by John, or Hit Grim.
What's up?
And today, we have a bit of a special guest today. We have the leader of Feared Esports, Don. Go ahead.
Yeah, or better known as Damage.
Alright, so before we get into it, Don, go ahead and tell the people that watch this podcast what you do, what your goal is with Feared Esports.
You're very good at supporting.
Yes. Oh yeah. Me and John know that feeling all too well.
I was in his shoes once, remember that. Actually, I was in him multiple times.
So now...
That's fine, we got plenty of time.
Arden's Forest was a hard one, though. There were so many routes.
Yeah, because you were spawn trapping God on that game. I don't know how they're going to do that this year, but we can talk about that in this episode. By the way, this episode is about the current state of the game. I don't know if we announced that or not. We did something similar to it in I think our second, or what was it, our first or our second one. But now with all the updates and it being out for a while.
I think it was our first, but that was also talking about the beta and things that we thought needed to change.
So we got a lot to talk about now versus then.
Yes, we do. First thing I want to talk about is the fucking weapons, man. What is this balance?
If you ask me, the fucking ARs in this game, you can't go wrong with any of the ARs or the SMGs. The SMGs have less recoil than the ARs do at a distance. Like that MP5 and that MP7, they don't jump at all. Yeah, I was using the MP5 and I was gunning people across the map, not without any recoil.
I shouldn't be able to kill people across a long-range map with a fucking sub.
Exactly. And the ARs have more recoil shooting at that distance than the actual SMGs do, which is quite annoying. Because I'm not an SMG player, I'm an AR player. So when I'm challenging a submachine gun across the map and I get gunned, it's just like, is it my fault or is it the game's fault? You know?
In this specific scenario, I'm quite certain I can answer that question for you.
Let me guess, you're gonna say it's my fault.
Well, no, it's not your fault that subs just naturally outgun assault rifles. It happens to every player.
If you think about it, SMGs were lacking in BO4 for what, just about 3/4 of the year. They were fucking atrocious when that game dropped. You couldn't use anything. You couldn't even use the SOG. And I think they did the opposite. I think they made the SMG is more powerful than the ARs, and of course the shotgun. That fucking 725. Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. And they nerfed the AR in the last update. According to them, they did. They nerfed the headshot damage, but you can still two-shot somebody in the head with the M4 versus any of the other
Yeah.
ARs. And they buffed
Fuck it.
the FAL.
Just turning the light off.
They buffed the FAL and reduced that recoil because I saw a video on Twitter of somebody shooting the FAL with a really good trigger finger, and the gun was literally aiming straight forward, and he ended it in the sky. Yeah, that's how bad the recoil was, and I used it after the update, and it was nowhere close, not even relatively close to what it was before the patch.
It's kind of just, I don't know, I feel like they touch weapons way too much in this COD, and they didn't touch it enough in other CODs, and the weapon balance. I should not be able to throw a sniper scope on a shotgun and kill someone across a ground war map.
Bro, okay, while we're on the topic of the 725, I was playing S&D and Arklov Peak, and if you guys know where the A-bomb is, right? Do you guys know where A-bomb is in Arklov Peak?
Yeah.
It's on. All right. So I was head glitching that like I normally do with my sniper, and the dude was in the broken building across. You know that second floor. You have to get up there by a crate. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
He had a. I want to say like it was a reflex or like an ACOG sight on it. He shot me. He killed me from that spot, and I watched the kill cam. He aimed it above my entire body and shot the round and headshotted me. And it completely reminds me of the break action from World War II when you put that one attachment on and allows you to shoot a straight bullet. That fucking thing, he pegged me right off the head glitch. He outgunned a sniper with a shotgun from a distance. What? And it got a double nerf, and it's a lot better now, but it's still overpowered. Like, you could still two-shot somebody with it instead of just shooting them once. But I think I told you about this clip, Don, the one in Ground War. Alright, so I don't know if everybody has seen this, but in Ground War, what was it, the mining place, I forget what it's called, not the really big city. Dude was in his spawn on one of his flags. He looked across the map, and saw somebody in their spawn. Mind you, it's probably 300 to 400 meters from one side of the map to the other. Probably even more than that. He aimed the shotgun shot in the sky and shot the dude across the map with it. It was easily a 300 to 400 meter shot with a shotgun. He had a sniper scope on it too. I was like, what is this game? So the 725 needed a hard nerf.
For those of you that haven't seen the clip, if you've played Battlefield whatsoever, this would be a long shot for a sniper on any Battlefield map.
So I'm assuming you saw the video I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw the video where he aims in actuality, he aims like 50 feet above the guy and you watch the bullet drop.
Yup. And, it's typical for shotguns to be overpowered when the game first came out. LMGs
that range.
I get it, but typically every year LMGs and shotguns are the strongest guns in the game. LMGs have been overpowered in Call of Duty for a long ass time, especially in World War II. They were overpowered, and the Titan was overpowered in Black Ops 4. So, like the shotgun, I mean, why that one of all the shotguns that were in the game? Why the 725 is the most powerful? You have semi-automatic shotguns in this game that aren't even nearly as overpowered as a 725, and you can shoot them 10 times faster. So I don't understand. But it's still like the most overused gun in any game mode. Search and destroy, domination. People just run around with it. And Use it like an AR, submachine gun, and a shotgun. And well, I think there's more to it than that, which we'll talk
Oh,
about
okay. Let
next.
me explain. Here's my biggest reason why pubs are complete and utter ass in this game. And just frankly,
For now.
like to be completely blunt, they're not enjoyable whatsoever. Like how long do you guys get to play pubs before you genuinely want to send your controller
Well,
skyrocketing around the
well,
room?
it's kind of hard because you guys
Okay,
play
when you play respawns, how
I'm
long does it take for you to get pissed?
Oh,
About
immediately.
one game.
Fucking immediately. Especially in Ground
Really?
War. Ground War is probably the most frustrating game mode to play in this game, and I'll tell you why. Because you could like spawn on your area of the map. Like, if have you guys played Ground War? I'm assuming all of you have.
Once, refused to do
Okay,
it
well
to play it again.
we get like 6 flags or something like that. You could spawn on your flag and it not be contested, and you can still die from behind. You're not guaranteed to spawn safely on the map unless you spawn either on your home flag all the way in the back or the headquarters. So like there's just so many people camping that you're never safe spawning in. And when you spawn in and you think you're safe, you take 5 steps and you're dead from a camper on the mountain, especially that fucking mountain with the snipers. Oh my god. So I mean, for me, that's why I don't play respawn. I play S&D because of that much camping, and there's less camping in S&D than there is in respawn. So S&D, I don't rage as much. I only rage to the fucking footsteps, which is the next thing I want to talk about.
All right, let's talk about the footsteps.
All right, let's talk about these motherfucking footsteps. The what is the biggest killer for footsteps, especially in S&D, dude? Especially in S&D, is you can hear them anywhere on the map. So flanking without dead silence is nearly impossible in this game. You have to crouch walk everywhere in order to not be heard. It's just footsteps are just so overpowered to hear, and it makes killing other people just so damn easy. Well, you can contest to that because you played CMGs with me.
Yeah, it's genuinely almost impossible to not hear someone. If I'm sitting there on a bomb on a map, I should not be able to hear people run mid lane. I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
I get water. I get the water because you can really hear it in Gunrunner when people go in the water.
Yeah, it's
That
it's aggravating. I shouldn't have to sit there and try tiptoeing around the fucking map like I'm tiptoeing around my house because my parents are asleep and I'm too afraid to wake them up. I should not
exactly.
have to do that in a Call of Duty game.
Exactly. And that's why they need to make Dead Silence a perk and not a field upgrade.
I agree.
Well, they also
I
give
didn't
you.
know that.
Wait, repeat that again, Don. I don't know. I don't know because I've watched kill cams where people pop it and they're sprinting behind me and I never fucking heard them. See, but I think that's one of their biggest mistakes in this game. It was is literally footsteps are so loud, and they said they patched them, like they made them better, but they really didn't. They're the same. Like fucking opening doors in this game, dude. You can't open a door silently unless you peek it. You can hear people opening doors across the map. They have too many doors in this game. Way too many. Way too many doors to open. They need to reduce the amount, especially in like Ramaza. You guys know Ramaza. That bottom mid, dude. There's like 5 fucking doors in that bottom mid. You can't get through there without being loud, opening every single door. Go for it.
If they do the updates properly.
Well, not only that, if they literally fix the things that people are complaining about. People aren't complaining about much right now. Well, the biggest thing is the camping. But that's just how this Call of Duty is. They cannot change that unless they add fast-paced game modes.
Because that's what they were striving for. They tweeted out that they are proud of all the hiding spots on the maps.
Yeah, we'll get into that real quick. I just want to answer Don's question, which I kind of forget what it was. Oh, it's potential to be the great. Yeah, if they fix footsteps, first of all, footsteps is the biggest thing they need to fix, in my opinion. If they just make it a perk, you're already halfway there to making the community happy. But that's my biggest complaint. I don't have a complaint over the guns. I don't have a complaint over anything other than the footsteps. That's my biggest thing overall. I think they are too, but it's all going to come down to what the professionals feel about it, because they're ultimately the ones that bring in the most clout for COD. So let's talk about what Devious was just hinting on. What was that, Devious, that you were just talking about?
Good question.
I completely forget. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. So I read a article, I forget where I read it, and I also heard a YouTube video. Is the developers of this Call of Duty were aiming to bring back the old style ways of playing Call of Duty. And if you guys played like Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, there was a lot of camping in those games. So they were trying to bring back the camping play style. So they were catering to every single play style possible for Call of Duty. But what they did is they made camping so overpowered that the people who rush around the map can't rush around the map because, you have too much camping going on. So they kind of flip-flopped Call of Duty this year. They made the rushing extremely hard and they made the camping extremely easy. I don't know if you guys want to continue off of that. And it also doesn't help that they added mounting in this game. No, I get that, but their biggest mistake with mounting is if you mount on a wall, like a corner of a wall, it hides 90% of your body. Like, you can't see a lot of the body, but if you're mounting on, like, a piece of wood in front of you, like a shelf, we'll just say a shelf or like a window, then it shows majority of your body. So, yeah, and look at that window. Look straight across through the door into that window in the building that's right there.
It's just, I don't know, it caters to all the wrong things.
True.
And it's aggravating.
It
doesn't matter what you want to think of the game. It is aggravating to the point where a lot of people, well, a good portion of people have gone back to BO4.
Unfortunately.
And I think that's unfortunately because, I think this could be one of the best CODs they've made.
In a while.
I do. I think this has the potential to rival Black Ops 2 for that top spot. I do. I'll say it.
That's if they fix the things that people are constantly complaining about.
They have to do it right, though.
Exactly.
You cannot just sit there and be complacent when you have a game that so many people love to play. You have a consistent fan base that has been there for over what?
I
When
think
did the last one come out?
the
2009. You've 11 years, give
no,
or take.
2007 is when Modern Warfare dropped. So the first like
So
PS3 Call of Duty. So it's been
13
12.
years
Yeah,
is when it
13.
blew up. You've had people like probably everybody in this podcast right now that's been playing since it blew up for 13 years, and it doesn't feel like we're playing Call of Duty anymore. We're playing a game that people sitting in corners, doorways, and literally just pissing people off. Don't get me wrong, rage videos are entertaining videos to watch. People love to watch them. It's not good for my cholesterol level. I don't want to play it.
Yeah, those fucking Claymores.
I don't want to spend $2,000 a season on fucking controllers because someone in Activision likes to sit there and laugh at shotgun videos. I don't fucking care.
I'm not gonna lie, I've already broken one controller from this game.
Exactly. When your game is stressing players out to the point where they are sending controllers at breakneck speeds across the room, you have a fucking problem.
I'm gonna ask you this: do you believe that the people who were fucking terrible at Black Ops 4 are the ones that are good at this game, and vice
Yes.
versa? The ones that were really good at Black Ops 4 suck at this game.
Yes. It's possible, like, sometimes, if you're just good at Call of Duty, you're good at Call of Duty. That is possible. But in Black Ops 4, you were able to counter camping.
Oh
What
yeah,
the
easily.
fuck can you do to counter it in this game? My girlfriend's about to walk behind me in the video.
I, I have a way
Never
of
mind, she
countering
doesn't want to
it.
be on video.
I have a way of countering it because it's the way I've countered people in Search and Destroy.
Okay, but the
Grenades
fact that
and
if
RPGs.
I've seen one of your videos on Twitter. The fact that my way of countering camping is strap a riot shield to my back along with a couple RPGs, I look like I just walked out of the Iraqi war.
But you gotta do it though. You especially in Search and Destroy. In Search and Destroy, you have the spots that people go to every single round, and you know, g- g- giving yourself an advantage to stop that makes S&Ds so much better. RPGs, C4s, Semtexes, and frags. Every explosive imaginable is the perfect counter in Search and Destroy to everything. It truly is.
Yeah, okay. But, like, what was probably one of the number one piss-offs in every Call of Duty? It was when people could throw C4 in your face and detonate it on the spot.
Well, yeah, but I'm still glad they brought back C4, double tap C4, because the fucking what was it World War II that had some sort of C4?
Yeah,
You couldn't double tap square. You had to let it land before you could explode it. Or was that
that would be fine.
no? See that I like OG Modern Warfare 3 Black Ops 2 C4, and that's exactly what this game has. And
Yeah.
I'm probably going a little off topic to what we're talking about, but I've heard people say that this game, certain parts of this game make it feel like older OG CODs, and I completely agree with that for S&D. S&D in Modern Warfare literally feels like I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 S&D to a
Yes.
fucking T, and I'll
I
tell
think
you
they
why.
did really good on the search on this game.
I will tell you exactly why. Because in Modern Warfare 2, people used riot shields, they used C4, they used RPGs, and you could kill people almost off rip in Modern Warfare 2. What I mean by that is you could literally spawn down after or move forward 2 steps after the counter, and you could kill somebody. Especially in high rise. Remember what snipers you could see window to window?
Oh yeah.
Like that's what I'm talking about. And I like that kind of stuff because not everybody is able to, they're not able to get those kind of kills. So this game literally to me is a spitting image of Modern Warfare 2's S&D.
Yeah. Now, Swapping the topic a bit here. Here's something I want to talk about. Let's talk about the motherfucking spawns. I should not be running around in Hardpoint and have some dude spawn breathing down my fucking neck.
Here, I don't know too much about...
That's creepy, and that's a fucking problem.
Alright, well, two things for me is I don't know too much about respawn, spawning points.
Me and Don do.
And I haven't even touched Hardpoint once yet. But here's what I can say. If you remember, Black Ops 4 did this. If you got spawns in Black Ops 4, the other team would literally spawn across the map. Okay, and it would take them, half a hard point to get all the way back? Yeah, it took skill to be able to do that, and it's strategy, and it's a way to punish the other team. But if you think about it, if you did that, you literally lost 30 to 45 seconds of that hard point. So I think what they did this year is they made the spawn points extremely closer to the hard point to allow a lot more action.
I get that, so to speak. Yeah. But every Call of Duty has had the same principle on blocking out spawns. If there is a player there, the enemy team does not spawn there. That has been a principle since BO2.
Yeah, and you know what? So has the minimap. But why did they take it out in this game? Why did they change the minimap?
Something different.
Exactly. So what do you think they're doing with the spawn points and hardpoint? They're doing something different. Every year, Call of Duty does something that every single Call of Duty before it did. So this year they took out the minimap. Not legit took the minimap out, but they took the concept of the minimap out of the game.
What do you think, Don?
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, also with that is, I think with that, I'm going to take a guess here. I don't really know because I haven't played Hardpoint yet. That would make the spawns very sporadic. If they spawned everybody on the hardpoint, and then when that hardpoint ended and people died, I feel like everyone's going to spawn differently throughout the map. The spawns will be a little sporadic. So that would make spawn points unpredictable, but they already are unpredictable because you're telling me that somebody's spawning behind you and when they shouldn't, you know?
From what I've experienced with Hardpoint in this game, it is really good.
I haven't touched it yet.
To me, Hardpoint's fun. Hardpoint in this game is actually enjoyable.
I'll have to play it with you guys.
It's just the spawns and the Claymores mess it up for me.
Yeah, but
I should not have to sit there in Call of Duty and worry like it's a fucking 70% chance I'm gonna turn this corner and there's gonna be someone with a shotgun looking to make me commit suicide.
Yeah, but that's just part of the game. You're just gonna have to get used to the Claymores because they're not going anywhere. But the one thing they can do to kind of fix Claymores is make the detonation time a little bit slower. So it allows you to
take away the fucking range.
Nah, that's just not gonna happen. They're not. Yeah, they're not. In my opinion, they're not gonna fix that. But if they made the detonation time a little bit longer, so it allows you to maybe try and jump over it, or to close the door in front of the Claymore, or to hop out the window, or whatever you need to do to try and get away from it. Because as soon as you see them, they fucking explode, and there's like no way of getting around it. But another thing is sometimes they don't explode, because I've seen videos where people are like walking in front of Claymores and they don't explode. And then they walk away from them and they come back and then they explode. Like FaZe Jev uploaded a video, I don't know if you guys saw that one. He shot at the Claymore twice and it didn't explode. He walked up to the Claymore, right in front of it, it didn't explode. So he walked on the other side of it, came back to the lasers, and then it exploded. So I don't know if they patched that or not, but to me, Claymores are a little overpowered. Explosives, every explosive in this game is overpowered. Tell me one that is not overpowered. No?
I agree.
I think a well-placed one in search is actually fucking genius.
Well, a well-placed anything in search is genius.
Yeah, dude, the nade spots in search, it's outrageous because you can literally spawn in and chuck a grenade at the other person spawning to get kills. I personally think frag grenades have an extremely large range on them. And they also need to nerf the RPGs.
Yes, I
But
saw your video.
And there's a
That needs
perfect
to get taken out.
No, there's a perfect way they can nerf it. It goes too straight. And if you know what an RPG is, RPGs don't shoot straight.
Like the ones from Modern Warfare 3, they had like a bit of a sway to them.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. They shoot way too straight in this game because you can literally shoot across the map into a window and kill somebody. And RPGs aren't meant to be straight as an arrow when shot. They're supposed to be a little sporadic in their when they fly.
Let's just remember here, this is Call of Duty.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying as an idea of how they can nerf the RPG a little bit.
Just slow the roll there, Chieftain. You know what I mean. But here's something I will give this game. I will give this game props. Long range shots have fucking bullet drop.
They do?
I'm a fan. I'm a fucking fan. Well, you saw the guy with the shotgun in Ground War. Perfect example.
I think it's only Ground War though. I don't think Pubs has drop.
Bullet drop. Bullet drop. And they did a good fucking job of it too.
I'm
agree okay with
that.
It.
As long as they nerf that shotgun.
Yes, that shotgun needs to fucking go. Like, don't even nerf it. Don't try fixing it. Anything like that. Just take it out of the game. That's my opinion.
That's not gonna happen.
Maps. Holy shit. Give me some fucking straight-laned maps. I don't care if there's a cubby here and a cubby there, but quit fucking making the entire fucking maps out of cubbies.
Well, they said when they were releasing this game, they got rid of 3-lane maps, which I think is dumb as fuck.
Yep.
Absolutely retarded to get rid of 3-lane maps, because that's literally what we've had almost every single Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2, the maps from this game, the way they're set up, are very similar to Modern Warfare 2's and Modern Warfare 3's.
I feel like every time I spawn into a map on this game, I'm playing a game of hide and seek.
Yeah, but once you find out where they're
the enemy team.
But once you find out where they're camping, it's pretty consistent. They go back there every time.
But it's not always guaranteed.
True.
The reason it's not always guaranteed is because they have 20 different fucking more spots on the same goddamn map.
I just think
what am I gonna do?
I think they need smaller maps, and that's what they're doing. You see, but you know what they need to add to Ghost that they have done in previous Call of Duties is you're only immune to UAVs if you're moving, not stationary.
I don't know, I kind of like it. Personally, UAVs are way too easy to acquire in this game.
Yeah, but they fucking suck in my opinion. Personal UAVs remind me of the SATCOMs from Ghost. SATCOMs and Ghost were fucking retarded unless you had multiple ones on the map to make a advanced UAV. That's what they remind me of. But do we want to talk about Killstreaks while we're at it?
Yes.
I think the Killstreaks in this game suck.
As do I.
Unless you're using the airborne streaks, which is the helicopter, the chopper gunner, the gunship. Those are like the only good ones.
Heavily agree.
I haven't really touched score streaks that often because I use the same ones in S&D. They never change. But the tank, you can literally drive a motherfucking tank. Because someone got out of a care package in S&D, and it was literally a tank from Ground War.
John got pissed.
He was driving it around the fucking map, and I'm like, how are you supposed to counter this? He's in a tank. Then you have the little AI controlled tank, which just shoots a 50 cal at
I
people.
say again, John got pissed.
Yeah. White phosphorus, I think that is fucking overpowered at times because you can't get away from the smoke. You die if you stay in the smoke for too long.
Bro, my character sounds like judo after he just takes a hit.
Although I do like the precision airstrikes back, the Predator missiles back, emergency airdrops
Well,
back.
a version of the Predator missiles back.
It,
Don't get
it
shit twisted.
if they didn't have that little opening when you use it, you know how like you gotta watch it fucking deploy out of the ship and
Yeah,
then
I
it
don't want to
changes
watch a
views.
fucking movie when I call
Exactly.
in my score streak.
If they
Piss off and let me kill people.
if they got rid of that and just, but you know why they do it? Because especially in S&D, I actually noticed this when I was playing it the other day. You can hear that missile being deployed from the ground before they even say anything. So like I'm playing, and if I hear it, like I know to get into a building because when it's being deployed, you can obviously hear it. But then they say, "Oh, missile incoming" or whatever, cruise missile incoming, and that's when you see that big red circle appear on the map. And it's an easy counter to that because next time you play S&D, listen up for somebody who has one because you can literally hear it. And they need to just get rid of that little movie that you have to watch in the beginning before you use it, like you just said. I think if they do that, then it'll be better. But yeah, that little animation you have to watch before you're able to like fire it and control it. You have to watch it being deployed from the ship or whatever's. But yeah, and if to me, score streaks in this game are literally just a compilation of the Modern Warfare series. That's what every single one of them are. You have the Juggernaut suit, which was in Modern Warfare 3, and it was in Ghost, but a
I'm
different
just
version
saying the
in Ghost.
Juggernaut suit's been in almost every single COD.
Huh? When?
The Juggernaut suit's been in almost every single COD.
I only remember it being in Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost.
I'm quite certain it was in Modern Warfare 2. It just wasn't as good because you'd only get a pistol.
No, it wasn't. That you're thinking of Ghost because it was because people used it in Blitz. They would sit on the Blitz point with it and prevent people from getting in, and you only had a pistol. Modern Warfare, dude. I played Modern Warfare for 2 years. I can tell you right now, Juggernaut was not a kill streak. But the ones that they added into the game are the white phosphorus, which is almost like the what was that score streak from Black Ops 1? The napalm strike.
Oh yeah, where instead of the smoke, it was fire.
Yeah, so you have the napalm strike, which is like I said, you have the two AI controlled. You have the tank, you have that mini tank. But if you think about it, we've had something similar to that in every COD since what, Black Ops 2. Those little drones. Last year it was the what the fuck was it called? What was it called in Black Ops 4? That little crawling thing.
Mantis.
Yeah, see, you had something similar to the Mantis. We've had one in every Call of Duty, and it started in Black Ops 2. So
AGR.
yeah, AGR and the Mantis, which was probably one of the more overpowered ones that we've seen. Score streaks, see, only the higher tier score streaks are the good ones. They don't have any like good score streaks like that are between like 1 and like 6 kills.
I could fucking rock a UAV.
Then it's in S&D, I use personal UAV, I use UAV, and I use precision airstrike. Sometimes I switch the precision airstrike out for cruise missile, but not often at all.
I'm pausing the game I'm playing for this next topic I want to talk about.
We can move on to it in a sec, but literally, the S&D score streaks or kill streaks have been pretty much the same year to year, except I think Black Ops 4's kill streaks were terrible for competitive. Interested to see what they're going to allow this year for kill streaks. or score streaks, because if you use Point Man, which is I think perk 1, you can change it over to score streaks instead of kill streaks. What?
Yep. But John doesn't play competitive, so he wouldn't know.
I haven't done too much research on it. I only know you can't use it because in CMGs you can't use kill streaks. So they completely got rid of kill streaks this year? Oh, okay. Okay. What's the next topic you wanted to talk about, Steve?
How fucking fun sniping is in this game.
Oh yeah, you already know I'm a sniping god. Don does. I fucking love sniping. Sniping was the first passion I found in this game.
It is so satisfying to sit there and get that shot on someone. No, that makes my penis go inverted.
The RPG is just as fun in my opinion. But anyway, keep talking.
It's just so satisfying. It was like a headshot in BO4. You'd get that nice clean sing sound.
Like you shot a helmet off someone.
Yeah. God, it was so satisfying. Like a knife in Call of Duty Ghosts. That feeling of fulfillment when you get that kill, and it just makes you want to get another.
But did you notice that sniping in this game is literally the same exact sniping from which Call of Duty? Which Call of Duty? Yup. Ghost had the same exact sniping as this game does. But the sniping to me feels more like Modern Warfare 2's Modern Warfare 3 sniping. Because just the fact that you can post especially in S&D, I keep going back to S&D, but it's like literally the only thing I play. If the bomb sites, dude, you can watch so much over the bomb sites with a sniper. And peeking, somebody peeks, they're not going to stop you. But the one thing, I complained about this to somebody else, I think in a video I even did it. The one thing I do not like is you can see somebody's scope glowing with that white reflection. It is so annoying because if you're peeking with that sniper, and it also, if you have a really good spot that not many people know about, it's useless because they can just see your scope glowing that white reflection, and it's annoying. Fucking dumb.
It's kind of like, but at the same time, like I don't know about you, but when I play GBs and I see that white glare, it's kind of like at that moment I knew I fucked up.
Yeah, but even when you see the glow, you can still kill the person because usually people that creep around a corner with an AR can see people before the sniper does.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really help that in this game I could sneeze on you and you'd fucking die. That's how quick the time to kill is.
But that's another advantage that people have over snipers, is the time to kill, especially with an AR, well, ARs and SMGs.
This game will separate the wannabe face people from the real full-time snipers. It will.
Also, while we're on the quickly, dude, I'm so glad hip firing is back.
What, for snipers?
For
just in general?
Just in general. After Black Ops 4's hip firing, dude, hip firing in this game is actually so much easier, and it's very helpful.
Black Ops 4 in general.
Yeah, but I didn't hate Black Ops 4, but I didn't love Black Ops 4.
Would it be a game that you'd play for 2 years?
No.
Multiple years?
Not. No. I'd go and play a different game before I did that.
Advanced Warfare and BO4 or BO2 were the only ones that I could play for multiple years. Ghost. I could play Extinction on Ghost.
Okay. Yes, I really miss Extinction. Oh my god. Dude, Extinction was so fun to play with a party. Alright, so before we end this podcast, because we are heading on to 44 minutes of talking, I want to ask you two, if there was one Call of Duty in the 13 years Call of Duty's been out, which one do you wish could be revived and everybody could play it again and you could just play next couple years doing it?
Modern Warfare 3.
What would you pick, Don?
Yeah, it's close between Modern Warfare 3 and BO2 for me.
I would have to choose Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare
What?
2, Modern
Not your
Warfare,
precious Advanced Warfare?
my Modern Warfare 2 is by far my favorite Call of Duty of all times. 100,000%.
You sniffed glue.
I love no, and Modern Warfare 3 is right behind it, and Black Ops 2 is a third.
Bro, it hurts my feelings
It's
that you
because
think Modern
okay,
Warfare 2 is better than
let me
BO2.
explain. Let me explain really quickly. I played very differently than other people did in Modern Warfare 2.
One
I,
man army
I
noob tube.
yeah, and I did a shitload of that, but getting the
Such a vagina.
getting the nuke like you can in this game was just so satisfying to me. But I don't want to talk about this because we're going to get off topic. But before we go, let us know in the comment section the answer to the question that I just asked everybody else. If you could revive one Call of Duty and play it for multiple years, which one would you choose? Comment down below so I can see the answers, and I think it'd be really interesting to see what everybody has to say, because I guarantee you we're going to have that one person that says a Call of Duty that absolutely nobody liked.
You get that one nerd that's sitting there, Black Ops 1.
No, not even Black Ops 1. Somebody's going to say, like, fucking Infinite
You're
Warfare.
you're gonna get some kid that's gonna say Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, or World War 2.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you, Don, for being our very first guest on our podcast episodes.
Not a problem. It seems kind of fitting to have you as
a third
our
opinion.
first guest, seeing as you brought us both on the same team because of this podcast from what you saw it. So it definitely can. Pushed the right way, this could become something.
Alright, guys.
But anyways, guys, so that is it for the D&G Podcast episode number 4. If you do have any ideas for what you would like us to do for episode number 5, leave it in the comment section below. My YouTube, well, obviously if you're seeing this video, you know what it is. But for those watching it from other POVs, it is I Am King Devious. John's is Hit Grim. I don't know if Don's got one.
We'll
Don, if you have a YouTube, shout
let
it out.
Don talk about his. Tell him how you spell your name though, so because you don't spell it you don't spell it typical damage. Yeah, there you go. And that is his Twitter, do you have Twitch? It's and your YouTube. So
Oh, we forgot to do something. We forgot one big announcement. So, for the people on my channel and John's channel has been here throughout my story for a bit. I've been on his channel for this. I'm no longer a part of Cystic Esports. I am now a part of Feared Esports as a content creator. I just don't have the time for competitive Call of Duty as much as I love it and as much as I have a passion for it. I don't have the time to dedicate to it. So I will be running under Dawn and Feared Esports as a content creator, and let's see what this future brings. Hopefully we can make some big moves, make some changes, and fuck Cystic. Alright guys, that's it for me today.
thank you,
it's
guys.
Your boy Devious, and I'm out.